Today I'm going to guide you, step by step, through how to prevent blackheads in a realistic, skin-friendly way. This is educational information, not a personal medical diagnosis, and it's meant to help you build habits that reduce clogged pores over time. Blackheads are extremely common, and the goal is not perfect skin overnight, but calmer pores, fewer plugs, and a routine you can actually stick with without irritating your skin. Blackheads are a type of non-inflammatory acne called open comedones. They form when a pore gets crowded with a mix of oil, sebum, and dead skin cells. That little plug sits near the surface of the pore opening. Exposure to air causes it to darken, so it looks black. It's not dirt. Scrubbing harder doesn't clean it out. In fact, aggressive scrubbing often makes blackheads worse by inflaming the pore lining, disrupting the skin barrier, and triggering more oil and irritation. Prevention is about keeping the pore lining shedding normally, reducing the sticky buildup inside pores, and keeping your barrier strong so your skin isn't constantly reacting. Before we talk routine, I want you to think in terms of 3 pillars: gentle cleansing, targeted pore care, and barrier protection. If you skip cleansing, oil and product buildup can accumulate. If you skip pore care, the inner lining of pores can keep clogging. If you skip barrier protection, your skin can become dry and irritated, and that irritation can lead to more breakouts or make you quit your routine. When people struggle, it's usually because they overdo one pillar and neglect the others, like exfoliating daily with strong acids while using no moisturizer, or using harsh cleansers and then wondering why skin feels greasy and congested. Let's start with cleansing, because it sets the stage for everything else. For most people, cleansing twice a day is enough, once in the morning and once at night. If your skin is very dry or sensitive, you may do better with a rinse in the morning and a proper cleanse at night. The cleanser should feel gentle, no burning, no squeaky tight feeling afterward, no stinging around the nose and mouth. That squeaky clean sensation is often your barrier being stripped. Stripping can temporarily make skin feel less oily, but it commonly rebounds with more oil production and more congestion later. Choose a mild cleanser and use lukewarm water. Hot water increases dryness and irritation. Massage the cleanser for about 20 to 30 seconds, focusing on the areas where you get blackheads, often the nose, chin, and forehead, then rinse thoroughly and pat dry. Don't rub aggressively with a towel. Rubbing adds friction and inflammation. If you wear sunscreen, makeup, or long-wear foundation, cleansing at night becomes especially important. Many people benefit from a double cleanse at night. First, remove sunscreen and makeup with an oil cleanser, cleansing balm, or micellar water, then use your regular gentle cleanser. This isn't about being fancy, it's about removing films that can trap oil and dead cells. If you do use micellar water, rinse afterwards so residue doesn't linger on skin. Now, pore care. The gold standard for blackhead prevention is consistent use of ingredients that help pores shed normally and reduce buildup. The most commonly helpful category is salicylic acid, a beta-hydroxy acid. It's often found in leave-on toners, serums, or pads. Many people make the mistake of relying only on a salicylic acid cleanser. A wash-off product can help a bit, but a leave-on product tends to work better because it stays on the skin long enough to do its job. If you're new to it, start slowly. Use it 2 or 3 nights per week, then increase only if your skin tolerates it. The most common reason people fail with salicylic acid is they use it every day from the start, get irritation and flaking, then stop completely. Consistency beats intensity. Another very effective ingredient family for blackheads is topical retinoids. Retinoids support normal skin cell turnover and help prevent the pore lining from forming sticky plugs. If you're sensitive, start with a gentle retinoid approach and use it only a couple nights per week, gradually increasing. Retinoids can be irritating at first, so you need a moisturizing strategy. A simple method is the moisturizer sandwich: apply moisturizer, then the retinoid, then another thin layer of moisturizer. That reduces irritation while your skin adapts. If you are pregnant, trying to become pregnant, or breastfeeding, you should avoid retinoids unless your own clinician says otherwise. This is important. In those situations, focus more on gentle cleansing, barrier care, and a carefully introduced salicylic acid alternative only if appropriate for you, or consider professional guidance. You generally don't need both a leave-on salicylic acid and a retinoid at the same time every night. Many people do best by alternating, for example, salicylic acid on some nights and retinoid on other nights. If you have very resilient, oily skin, you might tolerate more, but prevention is a long game, and irritation is your enemy. An irritated barrier can look shiny and oily on the surface while still being dehydrated and inflamed underneath, which is the perfect setup for ongoing congestion. Let's talk moisturizer, because yes, even oily and blackhead-prone skin needs one. When skin is under-moisturized, it can become tight and flaky, and flakes can mix with oil to clog pores more easily. The key is choosing a texture you'll actually use. Look for lightweight, non-greasy options if you feel heavy creams break you out. Apply moisturizer after cleansing and after any leave-on treatment has absorbed. If you use a salicylic acid product, let it dry down, then moisturize. If you use a retinoid, moisturize in a way that prevents irritation. The best routine is the one your skin tolerates daily. Sunscreen is not optional if you are serious about prevention and long-term skin health. Sun exposure can darken existing marks, slow healing, and contribute to uneven texture over time. Many acne routines fail because people use strong actives but skip sunscreen, then their skin gets more reactive. Choose a sunscreen that feels comfortable so you'll wear it. If sunscreen feels heavy or seems to trigger breakouts, try different formulas until you find one that behaves well on your skin. Apply in the morning, and reapply if you're outdoors for extended periods. Now let's build a simple daily structure that you can personalize, and I'll describe it in a smooth way so you can follow it like a checklist without complicated steps. In the morning, cleanse gently or rinse if you're dry, then apply a light moisturizer, then sunscreen. That's it. In the evening, cleanse thoroughly. Then choose one targeted step, either your salicylic acid leave-on or your retinoid, not both at first. Then moisturize. If you're very sensitive, you can even moisturize first, then apply the active, then moisturize again. The goal is zero burning, minimal peeling, and steady progress. Weekly habits matter too, but this is where people often overdo it. You do not need harsh scrubs. Physical scrubs can create microirritation and worsen congestion. If you want an extra step once a week, think gentle and controlled. A clay mask can help absorb excess oil and reduce that slick feeling in the T-zone. But even clay masks can be drying if you use them too often. Once a week is usually plenty, and you should moisturize afterward. If your skin gets tight, reduce frequency. Overmasking can backfire. Let's cover a few common myths that keep blackheads coming back. Myth 1: blackheads are caused by dirty skin, so you need strong soap or alcohol toners. In reality, harsh products can inflame your pores and strip the barrier. Myth 2: you should squeeze blackheads out at home. Picking and squeezing can enlarge the pore opening over time, cause broken capillaries, create scabs, and sometimes introduce bacteria. If you do anything at home, keep it minimal, don't use sharp tools, don't dig, and don't chase every tiny dot in the mirror. A mirror too close becomes a trigger for irritation. Myth 3: if something tingles or burns, it must be working. Burning is irritation, not effectiveness. Effective routines feel boring. Mild dryness while your skin adjusts can happen, but sharp stinging is a sign to back off. Product choices beyond your skincare routine also influence blackheads. Heavy hair products, oily pomades, and leave-in conditioners can migrate onto the forehead and temples and contribute to clogged pores, especially along the hairline. If you notice blackheads or small bumps there, keep hair products away from the skin and wash your hairline after styling. Pillowcases and face towels matter too, not because your skin is dirty, but because oils, sweat, and product residue accumulate. Change pillowcases regularly and use a clean towel or disposable face cloth. Makeup can be fine if it's removed properly. The bigger issue is leaving product on the skin overnight or layering multiple heavy products without thorough removal. If you're acne prone, consider lighter base products and be mindful with primers. Some primers and setting sprays form stubborn films that require proper cleansing. Now, let's talk about pore size, because many people worry that blackheads mean their pores are permanently large. Pore appearance is influenced by genetics, oil production, and how much a pore is stretched by repeated plugging. You cannot permanently shrink pores like closing a door, but you can often make pores look smaller by keeping them consistently clear and reducing oil shine. When blackheads decrease, the pore opening looks smoother and less obvious. Think of it like keeping a sink drain clear. The drain doesn't change shape, but it looks cleaner and functions better. Diet and lifestyle can play a supporting role. I'm not going to promise a magical no-sugar cure, because skin is complex, but it's reasonable to notice patterns. Some people find that high glycemic diets, lots of sugary drinks and refined carbs, seem to worsen breakouts. Some notice dairy triggers. If you suspect a connection, try a simple, time-limited experiment. Adjust one factor for several weeks and observe, rather than eliminating everything at once. Hydration, sleep, and stress management matter because they influence hormones, inflammation, and habits like face touching and picking. If you're constantly stressed, your skin may become more reactive, and you may reach for harsher treatments that backfire. Aim for steady routines, not extreme changes. Hormones play a big role too. If you notice blackheads and acne flare cyclically, especially around the jawline and chin, you may be dealing with hormonally influenced acne. Over-the-counter routines can still help, but sometimes you need a clinician's guidance for the most effective plan. If acne is persistent, painful, leaving dark marks, or causing scarring, it's worth talking to a dermatologist. Prevention is important, but so is timely treatment when acne is more than mild. Let's cover a few different skin types and how prevention looks slightly different for each, because one routine fits all isn't realistic. If you have very oily skin, you may tolerate salicylic acid more often and you may prefer gel moisturizers. You still need moisturizer, but you can choose a light one. If you have dry or sensitive skin with blackheads, go slower. You might use salicylic acid only once or twice a week, focus on gentle cleansing, and rely more on barrier repair so your skin can handle targeted steps. If you have combination skin, you can zone your routine, use salicylic acid more on the nose and chin, and less on the cheeks. If you have very sensitive or eczema-prone skin, you must be extra cautious with actives. In that case, it's often better to stabilize the barrier first for a couple of weeks, gentle cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, then introduce pore care slowly. Let's talk about a practical start plan for someone who wants fewer blackheads without irritation. Week 1 and 2, keep it simple, gentle cleanse at night, moisturizer, and sunscreen in the morning. Add a leave-on salicylic acid product only 2 nights per week. On the other nights, just moisturize. Watch for dryness and stinging. If you tolerate that well, week 3 and 4, increase salicylic acid to 3 nights per week. If you want to introduce a retinoid, you can do that instead of increasing salicylic acid, but don't introduce multiple new products at once. The skin likes gradual change. If irritation appears, burning, redness, excessive peeling, step back. Use moisturizer only for a few nights, then restart at a lower frequency. This is not failure, it's smart skin management. A key habit that prevents blackheads is reducing friction and occlusion on the face. Tight masks, sports helmets, chin straps, and even resting your hand on your chin can create a warm, occluded environment that traps sweat and oil. If you must wear a mask for long periods, cleanse after, use a light moisturizer to protect the barrier, and avoid heavy occlusive products underneath. If you're exercising, rinse sweat off sooner rather than letting it sit for hours. Sweat itself isn't dirty, but it can mix with oil and products and contribute to congestion if left on the skin. Now, professional care. Some people benefit from periodic professional treatments, especially when blackheads are stubborn. A trained professional can do safe come-down extraction, superficial chemical peels, or other targeted treatments. The advantage of professional care is technique and safety. At home, DIY extraction often becomes aggressive and inflames pores. If you're tempted to pick, Consider that your long-term goal is smoother texture, and repeated trauma often does the opposite. If you do pursue professional treatments, be consistent with your gentle home routine, because procedures work best when the barrier is healthy. Let's also address dark dots that people think are blackheads but sometimes aren't. Sebaceous filaments are natural, thin collections of oil and pores, especially on the nose. They can look like small gray dots. You can reduce their appearance with the same prevention routine, salicylic acid, retinoids, and good cleansing, but they often return because they're a normal feature of pores. The goal is improvement, not perfection. If you chase a perfectly poreless nose, you may overtreat and irritate your skin. A healthy nose has pores. The realistic goal is fewer plugs, less shine, and smoother makeup application. A few final safety notes, because I want your routine to be effective and also safe. Always patch test new products if you're sensitive. Introduce one new product at a time and give it time. Avoid layering multiple strong actives in the same session until you know your skin's limits. Be cautious with DIY acids, harsh peels, or home devices if you don't have guidance. If your skin burns, swells, forms blisters, or develops a rash, stop the product and seek medical advice. If you have a history of allergies or skin conditions, your plan should be individualized. Now I'm going to summarize the prevention approach in a way you can mentally replay each day. You wake up, keep your morning routine calm, cleanse gently or rinse, moisturize if you need it, and apply sunscreen. At night, you cleanse thoroughly, especially if you wore sunscreen or makeup, then you do one targeted pore step a few nights per week, like a salicylic acid leave-on or a retinoid, and you moisturize to protect the barrier. Once a week, you may use a clay mask if your skin likes it, but you don't scrub or punish your pores. You keep your hands off your face, you avoid digging into pores, you keep hair products and heavy films off the skin, and you stay consistent. Over time, the plug formation slows down, pores look clearer, and the black dots become less frequent and less stubborn. If you take one concept from this entire guide, let it be this: blackhead prevention is not about force, it's about flow. You're helping your pores function normally, shedding dead cells smoothly, moving oil out without blockage, and keeping the skin barrier strong so it can tolerate active ingredients. When you treat your skin gently but consistently, it usually responds with fewer clogs, less shine, and a calmer overall texture. And if your blackheads are severe, persistent, or paired with painful acne, don't hesitate to seek a dermatologist's help, because sometimes you need a tailored plan, and the sooner you stabilize acne, the less likely you are to end up with long-term marks or texture changes. Stick with a routine long enough to see results, adjust slowly, and remember, irritation is not a requirement.